Bill Baggs Cape Florida State Park. 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys, we found it. What is going on, everyone? We are here in Bill Baggs Cape Florida State Park in Key Biscayne, Florida. And today we're in search of something that's been bringing mariners safe havens for years while protecting an already endangered coral reef system. This state park is pretty cool because it is home to many activities. You can see things such as yachts, sailboats, some people kiteboarding, and if you're lucky enough, hopefully a family of manatees cross your path. Just minutes from Miami, this beautiful 440-acre stretch of land includes bike rental areas for all to enjoy, 1.5 miles of paved pathways for biking or hiking, just over a mile of open beach to take part and swim in the beautiful water surrounding this area. Several launch sites are also available for canoes and kayaks. And if that's not enough, there's even 2 places for you to stop, have some food, and maybe even grab a drink. Stiltsville got its start in the 1930s when crawfish Eddie Walker set up a bait ship on Biscayne Bay. By the 1950s and 1960s, these stilt homes were a popular gathering place for fishermen, boaters, club goers, and well-known citizens, such as former governor of Florida, Leroy Collins. These 7 houses are the last of the 30 structures to survive following Hurricane Andrew in 1992. They are now part of Biscayne National Park. You hate to see it. But there is no shortage of fishermen at this Key Biscayne today. I wonder how many of these guys are actually following the rules on the size limits on what they can keep and what they have to put back. My guess would be very few and far between.
It's really crazy how much we've been walking and just how many fishermen there actually are in this little area. Now this is a really nice place for everyone to enjoy, but we do need to be mindful of what we are doing here and not ruin the environment while doing it. Now if you do not throw away those fishing lines in the proper disposal areas, you do cause a nuisance and a hazard to the environment. Now unfortunately, these beautiful creatures that do call the sea home sometimes mistake these fishing lines, lures, and hooks for food. Now they provide no nutritional value, and the only thing that they do provide is damage. So what we need to do is be mindful of that by taking them out with us after the end of the day. I feel like Jeff Corwin. Guys, we found it. The Cape Florida Lighthouse. The thing that's been protecting mariners since 1825, and it's still in active use today. Unfortunately, it is closed for renovation, so we are gonna have to come back one day to do a proper tour of inside and up to the top of this place. But wow, man, look at that, how beautiful that is.
The Cape Florida Lighthouse was completed in 1825, but was damaged during the Second Seminole War. The rebuilt tower, completed in 1846, remains the oldest standing structure in Miami-Dade County. Now this place has a lot of history, but Ponce de Leon named this area Cape of Florida when he led the first Spanish expedition to Florida in 1513. The island served as a secret meeting place and port for fugitive slaves and black Seminoles waiting to rendezvous with sea captains or board dugouts for a passage to safety in the British Bahamas. In 2004, Cape Florida was designated a National Underground Railroad Network to Freedom Site.
Like we mentioned before, unfortunately the lighthouse is closed. They began renovations on September 3rd, and they hope to have it done over the next few months, but you know how things like that go. The lighthouse is open during the day, twice a day, 10 and 1 p.m. And unfortunately, if you're here on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, you're not gonna get a tour. But you do not need to sign up for a tour to see this amazing place. You can just come with your family and friends and take a walk around the place, around the grounds. See everything like I mentioned, the mega yachts, all the way to this lighthouse that's been saving mariners for years.
Although the lighthouse was built to save lives and ships, its unflinching light brought an end to this avenue of escape.
What's awesome about this place too is if you want to take a break from being down by the water, there's tons of beautiful pathways with beautiful foliage that you could walk through any time of the day. And they're all pretty much paved out, you know, which is really nice. So it's a pretty easy walk. And come on, guys. We got to be better than this. It's crazy how even in a place that I thought was pretty clean, you still always manage to find something. Now, I know I talk about single-use plastics, and I am not happy about using this. However, when I went to buy a memory card today, I had to take one of these to leave the store. So So now I'm gonna get 2 uses out of it, and I'm gonna use it to start collecting the garbage that we find today. Now, if you are gonna start doing this, guys, start making a difference each day, you should have gloves or something to pick it up with. But unfortunately at this time I don't, so I'm gonna use that same bag, get a 3rd use out of it, and pick something else up. So when we did come into this place, they did say that, unfortunately, like the lighthouse, the fishing piers were also closed. But you do run into people that just don't care, and they break the rules every step of the way. Perfect example of that would be these gentlemen over here. It clearly says closed, cerrado. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but this is one of the worst things that could be found. It could accidentally be ingested as food for a number of wildlife creatures that call this place home. And because it does not degrade, it could potentially be here forever. These park benches, they're also damaging to the environment, so we're going to take these with us.
In 1992, Hurricane Andrew uprooted a forest of non-native Australian pine trees that dominated the landscape and left the park nearly treeless. The storm provided land managers the opportunity to restore the park's native plant communities. Today, a variety of natural habitats from mangrove forests to maritime hammock can be seen at Cape Florida. And depending on the season, more than 50 butterfly species and 170 bird species may be seen at this park as well. Some examples include the peregrine falcon, piping plover, and American crocodile regularly take refuge here. Loggerhead sea turtles nest along the beach each summer, and green sea turtles and Florida manatees often graze in the seagrass beds just offshore.
Even after a day of exploring and finding a beautiful lighthouse here at Key Biscayne and doing the right thing by taking some trash with us, you could still enjoy a nice cold drink and listen to some music here at the very same state park.
Before you leave this beautiful place, don't forget to enjoy the sunset, and always remember, together we can make a difference, one swell at a time.
All right, everyone, we are here in Bill Baggs Key. How's it going, everyone? We are here at Bill Baggs, Florida Cape.